Hello everyone and welcome to English Banisa. Today we are going to discuss the famous speech Ain't I a Woman by Sojourner Truth. So before moving further, let us see the meaning of this title Ain't I a Woman. Sojourner Truth is asking, am I not a woman? Here she is challenging the denial of rights and recognition to women like herself. So through this title she questions societal discrimination by affirming the strength and humanity of black women and demanding recognition of their equal rights as both women and individuals. So this speech was delivered on May 29, 1851 at the Women's Rights Convention in Akron, Ohio. Speech was first published in 1851 by Maris Robinson, abolitionist newspaper editor, in Anti-Slavery Bugle. So in Robinson's version, he did not contain the famous phrase, Ain't I a woman, but conveyed the key argument of Truth's speech in that edition. So later, the most widely recognized version of the speech, which include the Ain't I a Woman refrain, was published in 1863 by Frances Dana Baker, which Sojourner Truth delivered in 1851, is a powerful expression of the fight for women's rights and racial equality. Sojourner Truth uses the personal experiences as a black woman to challenge the unjust treatment of both women and African Americans, demanding their equal recognition and respect. So let's dive into the meaning, theme, and lasting impact on this ironic speech. But before that, let us know about the author Sojourner Truth. So Sojourner Truth was an African American abolitionist and women's rights activist born into slavery in New York. She gained her freedom in 1827 and dedicated her life to advocating for the rights of both African Americans and women. She was a powerful orator and became famous for her extemporaneous speeches, which championed equality, justice, and human dignity. One of her most famous speeches is Ain't I a Woman, which is delivered at the Women's Rights Convention in Akron, Ohio in 1851. So Truth's speeches were direct, filled with personal experiences, and challenged both racism and sexism in 19th century America. Start the summary of the speech. So Sojourner Truth's speech, Ain't I a Woman, is both personal narrative and a powerful argument for equality. So she begins her speech by addressing the inequality which is faced by women, particularly black women, and she questions the widely held beliefs about femininity and strength. And throughout her speech, she repeats the refrain, Ain't I a woman? Which highlight the disconnect between the perceived weakness of women and her own lived experience as black women who endured the hardship of slavery. So Sojourner Truth challenges the notion that women are too weak to work as hard as men, pointing to her own life where she plowed fields, planted crops, and endured physical labor, just as men did. She emphasizes that despite her strength and ability to work, she is still not afforded the same respect or rights as men, simply because she is a woman and she is a black. She further dismantled the idea that women need to be coddled or treated delicately, while white women were often placed on pedestals. Sojourner Truth points out that she, as a black woman, never experienced such treatment. Instead, she faced the brutalities of slavery but still possessed the inherent qualities of women, deserving of equality and respect. Sojourner Truth also addresses the intellectual capabilities of women, responding to the claim that women cannot have equal rights because they are not as smart as men. Her retort is simple. If my cup won't hold but a pint and yours holds a quart, wouldn't you be mean not to let me have my little half measure full? So, with this metaphor, she asserts that regardless of a person's perceived intellect, they are entitled to their fair share of rights and opportunities. So, the speech concludes with a spiritual and moral appeal where Truth uses biblical references to question male dominance and affirm women's strength. She cites how Jesus came from God and a woman, not a man, further undermining the argument for male superiority. We have the main theme equality and justice, where Sojourner Truth advocates for both racial and gender equality. Here she challenges the societal norms that oppress women and black people, calling for justice in both spheres. And also we have the theme strength and resilience. Speech highlight the strength of women, particularly black women, who despite enduring slavery, oppression and societal neglect continue to persevere. We have the theme challenging stereotypes. Sojourner Truth dismantles the stereotypes surrounding womanhood, particularly the belief that women are weaker than men. She shows that women can perform the same physical and intellectual labor and are equally deserving of rights. That is intersectionality. So the speech addresses the intersection of race and gender, revealing the double oppression faced by black women who were marginalized both as women and African Americans. So Sojourner Truth Ain't I a Woman remains a powerful and enduring piece of rhetoric that speaks to both historic and contemporary struggle for equality. Through her personal experiences and sharp logic and strong moral argument, she highlights the hypocrisy in the treatment of women and black people in America. Her speech serves as a reminder of the strength of marginalized individuals and the ongoing need to fight for justice. Its simple yet profound message of equality continues to resonate and making Sojourner Truth one of the most iconic figures in the fight for civil and women's rights. So this is all for today's video, Ain't I a Woman by Sojourner Truth. I hope it will be helpful for you. Stay tuned for more videos and thanks for watching.